Alright, so we flash forward a few days. Easter has now come and passed. That was yesterday. Hope everybody had a good Easter. Didn't get to work as much on Friday in the shop as I wanted to, and didn't complete my video, so we're going to complete it today. Up here in the shed, I'm looking for a very specific box. This box that I'm looking for has well, it has a parts torque converter, power director, hand clutch, whatever you'd like to call it, clutch pack, that I need to find because there are shims in there that I need. While I'm up here, getting to my next project, see that head right there, that one. Not this one, that's for a 301. That one's rough. This one is for a 426. I need to take that to the machine shop. You see that? Probably not. I'll get it out and I'll show you the seats in it are not good. A couple of them. That's what happens when you break a valve. So anyway, I'll bring you back. I gotta find this box here. I don't think, it's not looking like it's over here. I think it's over on that pile over there, next to the tractors. I thought it was actually in the garage up on the shelf, but it was not. Anybody need a radiator for an International? What the hell were they? You can't have this one. This one over here is for my DT 466, but this one, God, what were those? The International V8s? Were they weren't 345s? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, the International V8 gasser that they put in their grain trucks, and they probably used them in pickups too. I don't know a lot about them, to tell you the truth. I know more about the DT 466 than them. I got a lot of parts for that engine too. The engine itself is well, it was locked up, and when we took it apart, we actually got it unlocked. It was just the cylinder rings, and I don't know, everything looked like it could be fixed there, but the cam lobe, one of the cam lobes was completely flat, and it wasn't worth the money to fixing it. At that point, I didn't really need it. I got the thing for cheap, and I mainly got it for the dump boxes on the back of it. So that's what it is. If you guys need parts, let me know. I'm not an expensive guy either, so I got the stuff for cheap. I'll pass my savings on. So I think I rabbled enough. I'm gonna go find this box, and I'm gonna dig this head out of here, because that needs to go to the machine shop for the next project, which I think I've showed you guys. I think I have. We'll bring it back here. God, I wish I had money to buy another machine shed, but coming in the future we will, hopefully. That's turned into our next project. We'll kind of be doing the WD 45 engine swap, at least getting the gasser and the other chassis, and getting the diesel engine down into the shop there to get working on it. But this right here is going to take precedent. We're gonna overhaul that and get it ready for plow day, because not having a dyno, there is no better way to break them in than being on a plow. So like I said, I'm gonna find this box and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, while I'm getting ready to pull this head out, I know this is a long shot, but I'm gonna give it a try. If anybody knows where I can find a pair of M&W power craters for an Allis-Chalmers 426, please let me know. There's 4 of them right there that are within specs, just waiting for their mates. 4 lonely pistons. They need 2 friends. I have a home for them right out back. So, like I said, let me know. And no, they're not for sale. Well, I guess everything's for sale for the right price. But keep that in mind if you send me an offer. Alright. I got this massive hunk of steel in here. Stuff gets heavier every year, I swear. Anyway, right here, you can see them there. That's no good. That's not fixable seat right there. That one right there somehow. There's a little bit right there. But you can see what happened. You can see it. This is why when you do an overhaul on these, make sure you change the valves. It's important. A lot of guys just skimped on it. Well, the valves look good, but these are a two-piece design valve. And, you know, after 5,000 hours of use, how many times has that valve slapped that seat? You know, I don't want to sit here and do math, but I bet, you know, it's probably billions. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but anyway, that's a stress point where they're welded together and they get weak over time. It's just as important to change your valves as it is to change your bearings in these. And that's a prime example of what happens. Over here you can see that it had happened previously with these people. It just makes you wonder, did those break and then they just, oh, we just replace those two and leave all of these? So, blah blah blah. This is going to be getting headed off to the machine shop, and I bet they'll make it good enough. So here's this. Of course, the mice were all in the box, if you could imagine. This is parts of two different ones that were not fixable that we put together and made a good one. It's in that tractor right there. Right? It's that tractor? Yeah, the Series 4. Yep, Series 417. It's in that one. Clutch is like new now. But anyway, pretty much nothing was really good on this. But you notice the only thing that would be of use to me, like the whole reason to even have this box of parts, are those shims, and they're not in here. Gonna have to continue my hunt. Gosh, I'm sure they're around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to go look through some of the smaller tractor parts in the garage. So my hunt continues on that. Off I go. Ryan, you commented on my last video about the diesel and stuff. Here's my dad's Series 2. Just a Series 2 diesel. These tires are terrible. Anybody looking to get into pulling, I do not suggest this. Anybody that you talk to that's been pulling does not suggest these. Just Goodyears in general. They're good tires in the field. You know, they got pretty good road wear from what people say. My family hasn't really ran Goodyears much at all through any of our farming stuff. But on the track, they are garbage, and not just because these are obviously like 10%, but they're not a good tire for pulling. The 151s are good. The co-ops are good. If I had like these here, can be debatable, like these type style. On the track, I don't like how much of an angle they are. You look at the 151s, I think they're 23-degree bar. And then another thing to look at, you see how these bars overlap each other. There's some tires somewhere, I can show you, that don't do that. Well, like obviously the radials. That's another thing. I've never seen a set of radials pull. There's all these rules that you can't have radials on the track. I've never seen a set of radials do that good. So I don't even know why it's a rule, honestly. There's another set of 151s. I know I had a somewhere around here. Well, anyway, you guys get the idea what I'm talking about with the overlap on the bar. On the track, the tires that have this overlap, they just do better. They just do better, guys. I've been watching it for many years. Here's story about the D14. We used to pull that. It had an old, like, rotten out set of 151s on it. They were like half the tread of what those tires were. So when I was traveling, they all decided, Dad and my brother decided that they were going to put new tires on it and get rid of the old 151s that I had. I was excited at first. I went to the pull, and these tires don't do a thing. They're just absolute garbage, honestly. And you see the angles on them. They're just no good on the track, and that's you can see how dramatic the angle is. I don't know what degree it is, but then compared, to my 151s, this right here is my pulling tractor. This is my baby, but anyway, compared to my 151s, you can see the angle on them. Now there's times where these have their advantage. Well, not these. These suck. I don't like those tires at all. But we'll come over here and show you these tires right here. Now, these style tires are kind of an exception to that angle. How dramatic that angle is. They overlap themselves really good. And like if you're on a loose track, these tires are more likely going to kick my 150. Don't know why my phone quit recording there, but anyway, these are Goodyears, and I've seen these style of Goodyears do pretty darn good. They do good on a power track. They do okay on a power track. On the like on a loose track though, there's something about them. Just the way that they pack the dirt or the dust on a loose track. It's usually dust. Just the way that they handle that dust better. So, but most of the tracks we pull on are mostly power tracks. So I like to keep the 151s. I think I've blabbled on enough about tires though. This was not supposed to be anything about pulling. There's another pretty much bald set of 151s. You can tell we like them around here. No, it just kind of ended up that these had them. That tractor had them on it when I bought it. These were them were on the 45, my brother's WD 45 when they bought it, I think. Pretty sure that's what them tires came from. Them 151s, we had one, and I drove all the way out to Indiana to get the other one, and you would never guess from looking at them that they wore different. I mean, they look like they were put on the tractor new together. So I'm gonna quit blabbing. I got enough of this video up here. I've got the pulling itch, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so this is gonna be kind of a jumping around video. Sorry about that. Nothing seemed to be quite working out. I wasn't able to find any shims. So anyway, I made a phone call, and of course the local tractor salvage guy has got a bucket of them. He's on a service call, and he's gonna get back to the shop and give me a call, so I gotta head over there here at some point. But I figured I'd come out. I got enough footage here to make a decent video. Figured I'd come out and finish it off on the cover crop. Looking pretty good. A couple of spots where that grain drill just wasn't. It's like a 1948 mini mow grain drill. You had an option to get it with steel wheels and a horse carriage. The horse carriage. A hookup for horses. So I guess I'm lucky it does as good as it does. But right here, there's a spot that's bare. You should be able to see it. Am I pointing at it? Right there. That right there was my GPS malfunctioning. Yeah, most guys when they say GPS, they mean global positioning sensor. When I say GPS, I mean great planting skills. They were non-existent right there. You see it? There's the diesel. Starter didn't work, so I'm going to be taking that starter off and taking it up to the guy. And yes, I know how to rebuild them, but this guy that we deal with, that we get parts from and stuff, we just like to give him a little bit of business sometimes, other than just buying cheap-ass parts from him. And one thing I do not know is where to order parts for him. And he'll order me the parts and stuff, but it's just one of those things. You gotta support your local businesses. So that's all. So I guess I'm gonna end you here. Yes, honey.
Love you.
I love you too. So I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully I get them shims and I can finish my how-to video. I've worked on that a little bit today too, so we'll see what happens. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.